everyone, welcome. So happy to see you all. Sorry about my tardiness. I had a very busy day today. I woke up extremely early and I had a bunch of meetings in the morning. And then I just recorded some videos, which I love doing for you all, but that's why I was late. So I was meant to do a Famous X's live, which I've postponed till I might do it Friday, depending on how my day goes. I'm currently working on a new app, so it just depends if the coding goes well or not. But I might do it on Friday or next Wednesday. So we'll just bone that. So I was going to do Famous X's like I always do, but then I saw somebody wrote in the comment section that, or either messaged me or in the comment section this morning, today, as I was scrolling through my YouTube. Yeah, so it was a comment. Said that Blake Lively has just asked for data. And I don't know if you guys remember, I did a video a few months ago, like a month and a half ago, and I said that they would be collecting data. So let me pull up actually a news article about it. I believe the Daily Mail is doing it. Because I just saw, when I was busy working, I looked at Popcorn Planet, and Without a Crystal Ball, and they were talking about it. Because I've been so focused on Love Island that I haven't been focused on this kind of stuff. I've been very focused on Love Island. I'm sad it's over. But yeah, so that's just the gist of it. So let me show you guys what I saw. Share screen. Okay, so Blake Lively kept gathering data. Okay, so it says currently Blake Lively is involved in a high-profile legal dispute with her It Ends With Us co-star and director Justin Baldoni and his associates. As part of his litigation, Lively and her legal team have been actively gathering data and evidence to support her claim, subpoenaing phone records, obtaining text messages, seeking information. But I saw, requesting information from Google. This was the part I saw. This was the part that I saw. I saw about the bullying. I saw that very strongly in the last video I did. So go back and watch it. I believe I'll show you which one it is. I'll log into my YouTube to show you guys. I was wearing an NYC shirt. I believe that's it, right? No, I've done so many It Ends With Us videos that I don't remember which one it was. Yeah, it probably is that one. I was wearing an NYC shirt. I forget I have this shirt. Which I'm going to open it now. I'm just going to mute it, but I'm going to show you guys. I think I should actually show you the part of it where I saw that. Okay, so let me show you guys this. Hold on a second. Remove. Oh Lord. Stop screen. Show screen. Okay, so I'm gonna switch on my volume. Okay, able to hear it. Here's the advert. Hold on. Let me skip out. You're gonna make your money off of it. Okay. Up to The Magician with Blake. I got Messenger of Fire, and this card was right behind it. So Queen of Swords. Messenger of Fire is a page of, King. Is Knight, Knight of Wands. And Knight of Wands is often about an action, taking a first step in an action. So the Queen of Swords being behind it is that he's going to pair up with somebody. He's going to help him with marketing because it's not going well. It's not going well. They hired the CIA guy. They're going to fire him very soon. And I just did a 2025 half-year prediction for Blake Lively, so check that out. But he's going to hire somebody who is like a former agent who wants to kind of soften her up, is going to push this more female thing going on with Blake. So with the star, 4 wands, a king of wands, he wants to come across as a good husband. He's going to say very fake things of my wife this, my wife that. He's going to write long messages because he's going to get that from his publicist. The new woman that they're going to hire is going to say, be nice about your wife, be kind to her, write nice things about her. People think that you guys are having issues, even though I strongly believe they are having issues, but soften the blow. Don't make it too don't give people reasonable suspicion, so that's what I see for that. Now Taylor Swift, this is very important. Now that's on the video. I can't find the video. Let me see if I can find it. Please bear with me because I did say hold on. I'll find it. Hold on. Because I wanted to get that video. Okay, this is the video. Sorry about that, guys. I've just done so many that okay, almost. I'll read this and I found the video. Created. Okay, oh my gosh. I was like, oh my gosh. When I'm looking at the screen, I'm like, frowns. And with 7 of Cups, I see this is her current energy. I see that she's kind of in La La Land, and I'll get to why I see that because I pulled Ryan's cards too. So, who I believe is the master manipulator of all of this. I've said this from day one. And so I was actually watching the playlist that I created. And I was like, oh my gosh, I really did see a lot. Well, the cards showed me a lot of what was going on in terms of Ryan being behind the scenes and so forth, which has come out very strongly. And I find it's like very Shakespearean. I feel bad that Justin has to go through this. Jamie Heath has to go through. The families have to go through this.
Why is Amazon paying me $63,000 a month? Well, I didn't make this kind of money selling yoga mats and toasters, and I damn sure.
I want to go to Ryan. I couldn't remember if it was Blake or Ryan. So I had a lot of time to do anything else. So I haven't been keeping up. So this has come out already. I don't know. So let's see. 7 of Swords. He's collecting information. Let's see. Collecting some kind of internet data. Let's see. Well, he did have Mint. Was Mint his? Yeah, Mint was his. I see something to do with the computer, like phones. Collecting data. I think he's collecting data to see if people like Blake or not, and to see her popularity. This guy is something else. Because if she's not as popular as he wants or he needs his wife to be, he's going to dump her. See, this is the thing, okay? So that's what I think is behind all of this. People think that the content creators are going after them because I just saw some videos, like literally before I started my video recording. But I haven't kept up with any of it. Apparently it just happened. I think it happened like a day or two ago. When did I do this video? I did it, okay, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago? Yeah, 2 weeks ago. My nails are pink? Yeah, they were pink. So let's go by where my nails were, different color. They were pink, that's how I remember. So 2 weeks ago, I saw he was collecting data, but people think it's to intimidate the content creators. It's not. It's so that he can do two things at once. He wants to, I don't think he's trying to intimidate them. I don't. But the main thing that he wants to see is if it's true, if people really don't like Blake, because he doesn't really, they live in a bubble, right? He doesn't really know. He's like, do they like her? He's produced so many fake things and pushed so many numbers that he doesn't really know, and he wants to find out who the sources are. He wants to see if Blake is likable, if she's marketable. If she's not, then he wants to dump her. He's behind, I believe, in my opinion, this is Intuitive Phase 2. He thinks she is behind, he thinks that if she's not liked, it's over. Because then they'll have nothing. They have nothing to work with, He has nothing to stay with her for. Because he wants to be a power couple with someone. Okay. Now that that's out of the way, I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. Also, if you're watching replay, I'm trying my best for the sound. Now, some of you said that the sound isn't that great. I think it's because of StreamYard, honestly. It's not the best sound in general. Okay, so let me do an update. I'm going to start with Blake Lively. I'm going to start Blake Lively, then we'll go to Ryan Reynolds, Justin Baldoni. But this just came out, I saw it today. So when somebody sent me a message, because I haven't been keeping up, or a comment, excuse me. I haven't been keeping up with the It Ends With Us. I've been focused on Love Island. That's it. I even told people, Love Island is on, please don't bother me. That's how much I love it. But let's see. Okay, so Blake Lively right now, the energy that I pick up on, I have always compared Blake Lively to a puppet and Ryan Reynolds as the puppeteer. So he tells her, I've said this many times, he gives her a script. A lot of the things you see her say, he wrote for her, and she memorizes it, and she comes on and she says it word for word. She basically acts for him. That's a major part of their publicity. She acts for this relationship. I wouldn't even be surprised if they have contracts that she gets an allowance based on how many public appearances she does. I wouldn't be surprised. So King of Swords, Three of Crystal, and Nine of Swords. She's getting tired of going out. I'm telling you, I really wouldn't be surprised if this contract they have, this marriage, which because marriage is a contract, part of the contract agreement is that she is public, always has to be public. And she's getting tired now. She's getting very, very tired. Because he knows if you stay out in the public, you stay relevant. Just getting very tired. So I did say they go away a lot. I think they go to the Bahamas, Ace of Wands and Awakening. And she's going to lots of water. I think she does like rituals and stuff like that. But she's feeling very lost right now. Very, very lost. And I get it. I totally get it. And some people have said that she's not a victim. I do understand that sentiment. But to me, the ultimate ventriloquist is that the puppeteer is Ryan. That's the real. She's gonna say it when she leaves. I predicted this. When she leaves, she's going to say, he made me do it. This is the thing about Scorpio men. Women are different, but the men can be very, very toxic, extremely toxic. And they can be very controlling. It's sad because the women are so different, but the men can be very, very, it's my way or no way, you know, but also do it in an insidious way, which is quite unfortunate. But anyway, so let's get into somebody was said to me, "Are you scared to do this live?" And I was like, no. I have a small channel. That's why I like to stay a small channel, because I can do whatever I want. Also, the other woman in the small channel that is getting sued. I really feel for her. For the Court of Random Opinion. She's small too, but they went after her. So I suppose if they have sources, you know, they might come after me, but I have nothing to hide, and I don't have any sources. This is tarot. Okay, so let's go to Ryan Reynolds. Oh, I did Ryan. Oh, no, let me do Ryan Reynolds. I even had to take a nap because I think that's what delayed me after the meeting. So I was like, I'm so tired. So I took a quick nap and then I started recording. So I've been getting up early to work out and then I do my meeting. So busy day. But I love recording for you all, so that's why I stay committed. So actually, I'm going to do this a little different. I'm going to see what's going to come of collecting data. Yeah, my inclination, my intuition. So Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and Two of Pentacles in reverse. He wants to get to the bottom. He might also even threaten these sources. He's not going to go for the YouTubers. He just wants to find the source to threaten them. And when he threatens the sources, Ace of Cups in reverse, he wants his name out of the scandal. Because his name, you know, narcissistic people, anything that's not seen as in a good light attached to their name sends them crazy. It makes them really crazy. So when he starts to see, okay, I'm not being seen in a good light, people don't really like me, he wants to find out who said it, and he's going to go after them. Page of Pentacles, Stone, because he feels like his reputation is being ruined. He wants to find, and this is the thing about Scorpios, if they have a bad friend, he thinks it's a friend of his. And he wants to find out who that friend is, and he's going to go after them. He's going to release something about them that they've done, but like do it behind the scenes. So he'll find out who that source is, and then all of a sudden, we'll see like nudes of them. They're being hacked. Or we'll find out that the person's cheating. He wants to do that route, energetically, intuitively. That's what I pick up. That's the route he wants to take. It's very scummy. But they do say don't cross a Scorpio, you know. I haven't had that, well, in a relationship I did have that experience. But yeah, because he's mad. 10 of Swords in reverse, he's very mad. 5 wands. He knows it's somebody close to him. He thinks it's 2 or 3 people. And he's mad at them. So he wants to get to the bottom of it. So let's see, will he get to the bottom of it? Yes, he will. They will. Somebody who's subpoenaed is going to be scared and secretly, this is what he's hoping for, which is what somebody's going to do. somebody that he subpoenaed, one of these YouTubers. That's why I don't mess around with other YouTubers. I feel like a lot of them are very flaky, blogger type people. That's what I don't. I've done one or two podcasts, and I just saw lots of them are very shady people. They just want to be famous, they want to be connected. One of them is going to succumb to this pressure. I see it being a woman. And they're going to succumb to the pressure. And when they do, they're going to tell you, they're going to be a source. They're going to do it behind the scenes. Basically, what they allege that what's her name? Taylor Swift's dad did, they are going to do. And they're going to say who their source is. And they're going to find out 6 of Wands, 10 of Cups, and 3 of Cups. It's one of their friends. In fact, this friend is famous. This friend is famous. I see one of them being famous woman. It's 3 friends. I think one of them is Bradley Cooper. Yeah. Which actually clocks for me because I don't know if you guys ever told you, if you guys remember the story that I told you, but I said I met him and he was on a date and there's paparazzi. It was at a job that I had. It was one of my favorite jobs. Actually, I still go back to visit my boss at that job when I go to New York. But there was paparazzi. We never had paparazzi outside of that. Even though many famous people, we'd have like a famous person every night. And we never had paparazzi, but that day there was paparazzi outside, like a lot of paparazzi. It's never ever happened. And I worked there for 2 years. And even when I go twice a year to this place. Never any paparazzi. So I just find it very interesting that day there's paparazzi. So I see one of them being Bradley Cooper. And they're going to find this out. But we're not going to find out that Ryan knows. We're going to hear a shady story come out about Bradley Cooper. That he has confided in them, particularly in Ryan. It's very doggy dog. Very, very doggy dog. Oh, I see a comment. Hi, guys. Oh, hi, Brianne. How are you, sweetheart? You're so sweet. How are you doing? I see you changed your profile picture. You look so beautiful. Nice to see you. I got your message, by the way. Thank you so much. I need to reply. Did I reply to you? I've been the worst technology lately, guys. I'm so sorry. And I'm in technology, which is crazy. The irony, right? But if I haven't replied to you, I'm so sorry. I will reply to you very soon. Thank you for your loyalty. I'm so grateful for you. Yeah, so that's what I have about Ryan. Unless anybody has something to say, we're going to move on to Justin. I'm doing well. Good. Very good. I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad you joined. Very glad you joined. Okay, so let's move on to Justin Baldoni. The update on him. I was watching videos when I first did this video last year. It was a year ago. Crazy. When I was in the hospital, I came out the hospital. Crazy. Okay. Justin Baldoni. I even feel like the suppressing might end with those videos because they were doing so well. They were getting like thousands of views. And this last one got like 100 views. I was like, is Google afraid of them now? Because YouTube is on my Google. It's really messed up. But it's like, it's chess. It's always chess. Okay, so, poor guy. I say this all the time, and as a son of Chris, when this story broke, I said that I heard because I have a friend, and this is not a source, the source of the story. When the story broke, I was hesitant to do a video about it because I knew back then Blake Lively has her loyal fans. And I wasn't scared. I just don't like to do videos on people that have these crazy fans. And I get it. You know, to me, she's not that pretty, but she's very stylish, except for in the movie. She's very stylish and she holds herself together well. She knows how to market herself. And people are drawn to that. They see themselves or what they aspire to be in her. So they defend her well. In fact, when I first did a video about her, a lot of people were defending her. And I actually got into it with a content creator who now is so pro Justin Baldoni. I used to follow her for Real Housewives stuff. Most of my Instagram is just Real Housewives, reality TV. That's what I used to follow her about. And then one day I saw that she posted this thing about Justin Baldoni, and I was like, you don't even know the guy. You know, this was the day of the article, and I got into it with her because I said, you're supposed to, as a public person, it doesn't matter if you're a journalist or not. If you don't know the full story, you're not supposed to take sides. You could say, I have this opinion. But to be so vengeful against somebody you don't know made me very suspicious. So it just made me think, like, what's going on? There's something going on here. Even before that, I did a video, and I said that I had a former friend of mine, my best friend in New York, who we're not friends anymore, long story, which I don't think I'm ever going to get into because he's a public person and I don't believe in speaking badly about public people that I know. It's just, I just think it's low. But he had a show, and I won't say which show, but he was in the public light, he met Blake Lively, and he didn't have great things to say about her. Many people, crew members I've known, don't really like working with her. It's a known thing. In New York, it's a known thing that Blake Lively is very difficult. I had a former manager who said she came into a restaurant to work out, it was very rude. And it's very common knowledge. She's not nice. So I said that. And I also did hear that, I can't remember who from, so I wish I knew who it was. But I heard that Justin Baldoni wasn't the nicest to somebody on set. But then somebody refuted that when I came out and said it. So I can't remember who said it. So I don't want to say that he was like that. So I was upfront about that. But I have no skin in the game. I never have. But I definitely saw from day one that he was trying his best. I said this in the video that I did in August, that he's trying his best. He wants to be a better person. You can see it in his energy. But the problem with that is, and I've had experience with this, when you are kind, you have an innocent way about you, some people, especially in work circumstances, will take advantage of you, especially if they see you working hard, you try hard, you do your best. What some people will do, and more people than you think, they'll try to use you for their benefit so that they don't have to work as hard, but they can still get the acclamation or the reward from the hard work you're doing. Sometimes it's the boss, sometimes it's a colleague, sometimes it's a family member. It's a very real thing, and we don't talk about it enough, and it perpetuates this cycle. So it doesn't matter. I tell people all the time, especially people pleaser friends I have, people pleasers I know, don't be a people pleaser. You're not pleasing anybody. You're just going to take from yourself. And taking from yourself, you'll regret it later in life. You'll wish you had stood up for yourself. Because something's going to happen to you that's going to be maybe not on Justin Baldoni level, but on some kind of level, you'll wish you stood up for yourself. That's why I've had people say, whatever, in some work circumstances, I'm rude, I'm this, because I've stood up for myself. That's it. You know you're standing up for yourself, and you know you're a good person. Their opinion doesn't matter. So, just want to say that. Thanks for the comment, Brian. Brian says, I think that Justin and Blake will not win money. That Justin will win the court of opinion. He's going to win money, I'm telling you. I saw it. He's going to win money. 1,000% he's going to win money. 1,000%. I see it. But thank you for your opinion. But I do see him winning money. They are going to say, Brian Friedman gets money. Let me tell you that. And he hasn't always got it in the beginning of his cases. But when it comes to, just go back and look at Brian Freeman's past, excuse me, of who he sued and who he sued on behalf of. He sued NBC. Actually, let me show you something. This is his lawyer. I'll show you guys. Oh, it is Friedman. I had a lawyer who was Freeman. Yeah. Yeah, I had my old lawyer was Freeman. So I'm confusing the last one with a D left off. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys the public lawsuits that he's had. Okay, Justin Baldoni versus New York Times. That's number one. That's what I'm focusing on right now. Sorry. Michael Kassan, but the case is dismissed. Freeman is representing FKA Twigs in her ongoing, so he does very high profile. Charlie Wolk, Freeman represented disgraced music executive Charlie Wolk in a malpractice case related to Wolk's departure from Universal Music Group. So he does a lot of these and he wins a lot of them. He also, so weird to me that the computer's thinking. It's kind of creepy. Even though I love AI, I love AI. Chris Cuomo, he settled Chris Cuomo's. Look, seeking 125. So he doesn't win, but he gets the money. That's Brian Friedman. It's common. No, you don't have to say sorry. You don't have to say sorry. That's your opinion. Please don't ever. Oh my gosh. I know I have a strong personality sometimes and it comes across like very fun, but please, I just like to debate. So I'm sorry if I came across very harsh with you. I apologize. I apologize for coming across harsh. I don't mean to be like that. I have a strong personality, so I'm sorry, Brianna, if I came across harsh. And you don't need to apologize, please. So let's get into Justin Baldoni. All opinions, all respectful opinions appreciated here. I grew up in debate and I was head of oratory, so sometimes I get heated and I'm very I like to debate. It's not for everybody, I have to remember that. But some people just don't want to debate or whatever. It's fine, you don't have to debate. But I'm just very I like to make an argument, I don't like to argue, but I like to make an argument. Okay, so I'm using the good tarot for this. Justin Baldoni's energy, and with Temptation reversed, I see that he's really learning a lot about himself. The people pleaser thing, like I mentioned, people don't like to hear it, but I'm just being honest. Most people need to learn boundaries and not being so nice to everybody. 8 of Cups, 6 of Swords. So, 8 of Cups, 6 of Swords, especially with 6 of Swords, he's taking some time. He likes water. I see him liking a lot of water. What's his chart? Let's see his chart. I'm very interested. But he's feeling, I get it. He's going through a tough time. I've never actually looked at his birth chart before. I don't recall. But after this major thing, I see them settling. And people ask me, why is it going to take a year to settle? Because he's used to that. He has my sister's birthday. I always forget that. My sister was 6 years. She was 83. So he's a year exactly younger than my sister. Or okay, so let's see. I'll show you guys. Okay, his sun is in Aquarius. Moon is in Libra. Let's see. There's no rising because it comes from this but Moon in Libra is big. Venus in Sagittarius. Mercury and Capricorn. Interesting. I think my Mercury's in Capricorn too. Mars is Scorpio, which he's trying to fight. And I see he has this, and I said this before in a reading I did. I don't have an issue with religion, but the problem with religion is that it expects perfection from people. And as people, we are just not perfect. So a lot of religious people experience guilt, shame, just for feeling human, you know? So I can see with this chart, with like especially Mars and Scorpio, he feels, Scorpios are one of my favorite signs. The thing about Scorpios, they feel vengefulness sometimes. And I think sometimes he wants to get revenge on people, but then he remembers his teachings, like revenge is only for God, all that kind of stuff. I don't want to take away from religion because I think it can be very helpful for some people, but religion doesn't work for most people because it puts everyone in one category and one box. It says, if you behave like this, you'll get rewarded. If you behave like that, you'll get rewarded. But especially if you believe in astrology, religion is just not cookie cutter, fixes everything, you know. So I see him, some of his identity, a lot of his identity is related to his religion. But as he gets older, he's going to break away from it and realize that it's not for him. I don't know if I told you guys this. I grew up with Buddhist teachings. You know, I wouldn't say my mother was Buddhist when we were growing up, but she did have a lot of Buddhist teachings, went to temple, all that kind of stuff. So I grew up revering Buddhism and having Buddhist books, trying to be, I wouldn't say Buddhist like a monk, but I tried my best to be as Buddhist as I could be, you know? And in a lot of Buddhism, I steered away from it. I started in my mid-20s, I started to see I don't really relate to Buddhism, and I don't relate to always being kind to everybody. And Baha'i kind of reminds me of Buddhism in that way, where if somebody's rude to you, you're just supposed to be kind to them back. And it's like, no, you can stand up for yourself. You can be strong in that way, and you don't have to always be kind all the time. And it's kind of like a brainwashing, and I definitely had that brainwashing of I have to be perfect, I have to smile all the time, because you're suppressing your feelings and your true nature, especially with his moon being in Libra. Yeah. So I really hope he gets out of it and he stops feeling guilt. I see some guilt attached to how he feels, and shame, feeling shame. So I'm rooting for him. I really, really am. Okay, so does anybody else want to hear? I mean, Brian, I'd love to hear from you too. You want to hear about anybody else? But the major thing I want to cover was the update about Ryan Reynolds subpoenaing. I just found out today that he was subpoenaing to get data, and I showed you guys the clip of the data I thought he was getting, and it seems pretty intense, but it's going to come to an end very soon. They're going to settle very soon. Brian is going to do a massive filing again. He knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. And when he does file, it's going to take like a month and then they'll settle. But he's going to file massively. How's Travis? I'll do a video about them soon. I'm surprised they're still together, honestly. Travis Kelce. I'm really surprised. Yeah, very, very surprised actually. But it is what it is. Yeah. But other than that, does anybody have anything about Dance With Us that's related to this? And before I end, no, I just saw. I saw the trailer for Wicked. I'm so excited for it. Holiday season is my favorite in North America, in Northern Hemisphere, in England too. I love holiday season when it gets like cold. It's too hot right now, man. Every summer, I think to myself, why am I lying? But hopefully this is my last I love Miami, but it's too hot in the summertime. Way too hot, and it drains my energy. I can't think properly. I have to take naps, and it's exhausting. Okay, so I'm going to end this. I love you guys so much. I'm going to love you and leave you unless anybody has anything else to say. I just recorded some videos that should be coming up very soon. Yeah, so I look forward to seeing you all. Thank you everybody for showing up. Those who showed up, thank you for watching Rewatch. If you're watching Rewatch, and I'll be coming up very soon. Christmas is your favorite season, yeah, me too. Favorite. I love Thanksgiving though. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. I love it so much, especially in New York. Thanksgiving in New York is the best. Best. It's when there's like pumpkin pie. There's this vegan pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie. Sweet potato I prefer actually. Oh my gosh, it's so good from Whole Foods. I used to get it every Thanksgiving until I left. I've never been able to get it anywhere else. I haven't been able to get it unless, I suppose because it's not really like a seasonal place. Places that it's hot, I have never been able to get sweet potato pie during Thanksgiving. That's okay. I once made one, but it didn't really taste that good. I used to bake a lot, but I make like good chocolate treats, but not sweet potato pie. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to edit now. Stay tuned, members. You will get some videos tomorrow. Everybody else, I'll try to go live on Friday. I'm working on an app right now. I'm actually coming up with like a business plan and everything. So if I'm not live Friday, you'll get a live on Wednesday. And yeah, I'm so grateful for every single one of you. Thank you for showing up, everybody. I love you all. Thank you. Take care.